that there was no known connection between the deaths and the shortages. I mean, what is your view on that?
Look, we don't at the moment have statistical or evidence around the connection, but it does seem extremely stark when you consider that 11 doctors have died. And as I said, we don't even need to look further than the evidence in other nations. We should be learning from what is going on in other parts of the world and making sure that we prevent those problems occurring here. There's no doubt that lack of protection will result in infection. And it's not just those who have died. There are colleagues, there are doctors that I know who are looking after their own colleagues, on ventilators. Beneath the headline around the deaths, there are significant numbers of healthcare workers who are critically ill. And not just that, when you look at the BAME population, the Black and Asian minority population at large, about 33% of our intensive care beds are occupied by Black and Asian minority patients, when they represent only about 13% of the population. So this is something that has to be really addressed, and the government must investigate and mitigate the disproportionate impact of this virus on certain groups of the population.
Governments in these news conferences that we see every afternoon. I mean, what is your assessment of the way that this has been handled by the government so far?
Healthcare professionals just want one thing. They want to be able to do their jobs. They want to know that what is being told to the population is a reality. And as I've said, there's been a stark difference for weeks now when we've been told that the NHS has not just sufficient supplies, but we've been told that millions and millions of units were delivered over last week, and then to find from our own survey that this is far removed from what's actually happening. That is extremely not just frustrating, but worrying and concerning in terms of our confidence in being told the right thing. And I just want to add that the comments made around profligate use of PPE. The problem is no one's misusing PPE. The problem is we don't have it. And that is the real issue that is affecting the workforce. The other concern we have is that many doctors are telling us that they're pressurized to see patients without the protection they need. About 50% in a snapshot survey by the British Medical Association last week. So the other problem we have, and that this has existed for BAME doctors in all of the BMA's findings, is that they often feel bullied, they feel harassed, they feel under pressure not to be able to speak out like their white counterparts. And we need to make sure that no healthcare worker, no doctor, no nurse is put in a position where they feel under pressure to see patients who are highly infectious without the protection to prevent them getting infected.